So this is obviously a very well-known account. Glenn Greenwald, everybody knows about Glenn Greenwald. Everybody knows he's a very anti-establishment, very, not pro-Democrat, obviously not pro-Republican, not conservative, not liberal. Definitely wouldn't call him progressive. I would say he definitely has a lot of differing views, but he's very much a libertarian in very many instances when it comes to supporting, when it comes to giving out information, leaked information, all that stuff. So he mentions here, let me see, he puts out a little, what is this, how many tweets is this? Oh boy, this is a lot of tweets. I don't know if I'm going to go through this whole thing, but okay, so anyway, I guess we will. It says, so it's been 6 days since political reporter Shrek Reports published a new book verifying the key emails from Hunter, referring to Hunter Biden's laptop, including Joe Biden's role in the China deal. Not one outlet that spread the CIA lie that it was Russian disinformation, except Politico, has even mentioned it. Next one says that means that CNN, NBC, MSNBC, PBS, HuffPost, The Intercept, which is Greenwald's former employer, and so many others spent weeks before the 2020 election spreading what they know is a lie from CIA. And now that there's new proof from a mainstream reporter that they lied, they won't even mention that. The most damaging and aggressive agents of disinformation in the United States are large corporate media outlets. All journalists make mistakes. The way to know that they are deliberate disinformation agents is when they ignore evidence that they lied. That shows it's purposeful. 1 second here. Yeah, that shows it's purposeful. And then the next one here. Yeah. Other than the short note from his own outlet, the only mainstream outlet that mentioned this was when CBS stuck it in on their digital platform, but not TV. Yeah, of course, they're not gonna do it on TV. They're gonna do it on their, what is it, CBSN? Is that, yeah, CBS Nation, right? Or CBS News, whatever it is. Every one of the outlets that spread the pre-election CIA lie don't want you to hear this and don't want to mention it. So, I'm sorry, what did this person say? 1 second. Let me see here. So, oops, hold on, 1 second. So, hold on. Where's the sound? Here it is. Sorry.
And make his family the first family of the United States.
Ben, as you know, the Department of Justice continues its investigation into Hunter Biden's finances, and the FBI also seized a laptop in 2019 that they believe belongs to him. In an interview with CBS News that aired in April, Hunter said he had no idea whether the laptop belonged to him, but he did acknowledge there was a real possibility that it could be his. So let's play a bit of that interview.
Did you leave a laptop with a repairman in Wilmington? Not that you remember.
No.
Not that I remember.
But whether or not somebody has my laptop, whether or not it was was hacked, whether or not there exists a laptop at all, I truly don't know.
Are you missing a laptop?
Not that I know of.
Bro, come on.
So where do things stand with that investigation, and what more has been uncovered about what that laptop contains?
That federal investigation centered out of Delaware is ongoing as far as anybody knows. It's being led by David Weiss, who actually figures pretty prominently in this book because he has a long history in Delaware as a prosecutor, has investigated over the decades several people close to the Bidens. And so his story is a very interesting one. In terms of the laptop, what I was able to find in the course of researching this book is corroboration for parts of this cache of leaked files, including someone who had independent access to Hunter Biden's emails for a time, says, yes, he did receive an email from a Burisma representative thanking Hunter for the opportunity to meet his father. And yes, he did receive an email including a proposed equity breakdown for a venture with some Chinese energy executives that included the line 10 held for H by the big guy. Those were two of the most controversial alleged emails from last October's leak. And I was also able to authenticate some of the other emails that didn't make the news, but that just showed that there is at least some authentic material in this leak.
Wow. Interesting. Oops. That is huh. Well, I mean, the fact that he was, what is it that they said that he was received an email from a Burisma. So Burisma is the company that he, Burisma is the company that that Hunter Biden was actually working for, and he was receiving. So he was receiving, how much was it? 83,000? I think it was 83, 85,000, whatever the hell it was, per month, I think. I don't think it was a yearly salary. No way, no. It was $83,000 per month that Hunter Biden was receiving. Man, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild considering. I mean, considering the fact that the media keeps pretending as if he's like, oh no, he didn't do anything wrong. It's totally normal and totally totally within the bounds and this and that. Yeah, no, I don't think about that. I don't think that's no. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. Interesting little nugget, and the fact that and Glenn Greenwald's right. The fact that they were able to mention it, or they only mentioned it on their little thing here, but not on like their actual, the actual CBS channel is interesting. So he continues on with his tweets here. He says, to see what liberal corporate media outlets really are, do this thought experiment. Imagine if Schreckinger, which is the guy, Schreckinger's books had proved the Biden emails were forged instead of verifying them. He'd be all over the place instead of ignored. That's how you know they lie on purpose. Yeah, had proved the Biden emails were forged instead of verifying them. Yeah, well, that's an interesting. I mean, I guess what he's saying is that the guy that wrote the book, he did a good job, but he didn't quite go the full way of like proving the thing that he should be proving, that they were, claiming that they were forged. Yeah, it's instead of just verifying them. And then it says, the next one says, it's fine if people think I'm fixated on this. I am. CIA prevented an outright lie before the election to protect Biden and help him win. Almost every major liberal corporate outlet spread it. Big tech censored it. Yeah, they reporting. I remember Facebook and everything. Twitter was like not allowing people to like even send. I remember Twitter was not even letting people DM articles. DM. This is private messages. Sending direct messages to other people that they know of the link of the article to their whatever followers or friends or whatever in private messages. That's crazy. And now a new book proves it was a total lie. And this is a clip from Russell Brand's podcast, I guess. Whoops. And it says, this though is what gives me hopes. At Rusty Rockets was this. Oh, it was Russell Brand. Took my Substack reporting on the indictment of Hillary's lawyer. Yeah, that was another story that happened recently, where one of Hillary's lawyers was like in cahoots with the Russians or something. And what it shows about the lies of corporate outlets, he produced a short YouTube video report. In 3 days, it has almost 2 million views. That's good. Yeah, Russell Brand is a really good guy. I really like his kind of more independent-minded. Libertarian streak, I guess, in many ways, depending how you define libertarian. He said just that segment alone, after 3 days with no corporate backing, is almost 4 times larger than Don Lemon's audience. Yeah, Don Lemon doesn't get shit for an audience, and it's on CNN. It's twice as large as Chris Hayes or Joy Reid's Comcast shows, which owns MSNBC. And I'll bet the number of people under 55 watching is more than 10 times what those shows get watching. What those shows get. And it shows the numbers is 1,824,000. Wow. And he has 3.8 million subscribers for his channel, Russell Brand's channel. That's really good. Yeah, his podcast has really blown up a lot lately. And then this final tweet from Glenn says, this is why employees of media corporations with the job title, quote, journalist, so desperately agitate for more online censorship. Yeah, exactly. They know they'll have no audience. unless it's the capital one, and they know that they will be exposed if dissent from their lies and propaganda can be heard. Absolutely, that's absolutely true. Hit the nail on the head on that one. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm not well versed in all of this Hunter Biden stuff, but all I know is that he worked for a company and got an $83,000 income, and then apparently that company made deals with Joe Biden when he was, I believe, VP, and he got special like sweetheart deals or something, or like I think he may have done like speeches or something. I think Hunter or it was Joe or Hunter, one of them did like speeches or something for the company, where they give the speeches, and it's essentially a bribe. So they get paid speeches, just like Hillary Clinton did. Same thing when she did when she got she received money from Goldman Sachs, whatever, $225,000 a pop to do speeches for Goldman Sachs, where she would tell them that they're victims. Goldman Sachs is a victim, and they're treated like shit because they're rich or some dumb shit. But yeah, as usual, the way bribery happens in this country is like that.